motherfucking...
Here is a link, Mr. Force. Instead of donating to movie streamers, I donate to a Swedish millionaire hobo. So at least I am not completely a loser. Feels okay, man.
True that. Good fucking morning, ladies. Of course. Almost missed it. How are y'all doing today? Good, chillin'. Good.
We go okay. We Tamagotchi.
With Tamagotchi. That was a good timing. Very good. Very good. Do you have Tekken 8 early access? I do not have Tekken 8 early access. Will they even have early access for the game? Or are you referring to demo? Only the demo. Why are you calling it early access? They mean review copy. No, I don't have no fucking review copy. No, I don't think so. Sending review copies to streamers. Herp derp. Surely companies are stupid enough. In the current year. Your mic is shitty today. No, I think your ears are shitty today. I'll be honest. Very shitty. Very, very shitty. Speaking of which, let's see here. We got some clowns. We got Sir Owie Bird with the Prime Sub. Welcome. We got Eagle Kind. We got Matt Foxall. And we got Philharmonic. Philharmonic with the gift. Thank you very much, man. Muchas gracias. Yes. Potentially. Hey, Scrub, is this the Mr. Arco Lonals drop out the Bowser? Thank you, boys. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Yes. Any cool, fresh, new, exciting happening in the world today? I got my last exam of the semester tomorrow. Huh? The fuck is that kind of shit? It goes to
hello,
Christmas
Forsen.
and then it goes
I have
to
a
summer.
very funny joke for you.
And then go into
Are
January.
you ready? Here it is. Minus 20. I said minus 20. It means I donated $20 of my own money chest for you. I am so original.
Me too.
Oh!
You should play the 2014 Watch Dogs. I mean, you should watch yourself, dog. Recommending games to the God Gamer. We'll see though. That's for show.
I just watched the Marvels movie. It was shit. The villain literally just blows herself at the end, lol.
The Marvel movie? Marvel's movie? I don't get it. Which Marvel movie?
GM.
There are a lot of Marvel movies. Is it the one with Daenerys? Is it called The Marvels? Oh. Is it the one with Daenerys or what? Or wasn't Daenerys in one of the newer Marvel movies? I don't know. Some shit got really bad reviews. I didn't watch it, but that's a show. Oh. The Marvels it's the all-women movie. Ah, like my favorite movie, Ocean's 8. Very nice, very nice, very nice. That's some good shit, man. That's some good shit, man. Pick a new Tekken main already. How am I supposed to pick a main before I can even try out the characters? How? Inside of this game, how? Like, you should try Nina in Tekken 8, she has a gun. Yeah, I'm all down for all the gun characters. Victor and Nina, and if there's someone else who has a gun, I'm down to try. I mean, it's gonna be the new Dark Wave, right? Dark Wave, Dark Wave. We'll see. We'll see. When I get to see. Yet another minister discovered of even heavier plagiarism, and she refused to resign. 7 ministers have resigned this term so far because of controversies. I mean, school is literally useless, so I see the point in not wanting to resign. I don't know. Pick based on how hot they are. I don't think so. But then again, why did I pick Katarina? I don't really remember. If there was someone who was like, "Hey, play Katarina," I was like, "Alright, I'll try this character." And then, alright, let's see here. We got some links today, boys. Let's check it out before I wreck it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I just said something.
Hey, Max. Lenny Meyer.
Pie.
Sorry, put it out. So, what do you do?
I work with computers, math,
Math? What kind of math?
number theory, research mostly.
No way, I work with numbers myself. I mean, not traditional. I work with the Torah. Amazing! You know, Hebrew's all math. It's all numbers. You know that? Here, look. The ancient Jews used Hebrew as their numerical system, eh? Each letter's a number. Like the Hebrew A, Aleph, it's 1. B, Bet, it's 2. You understand? But look at this. The numbers are interrelated. Like, take the Hebrew word for father. Av, Aleph, Bet. 1, 2 equals 3. All right? Hebrew word for mother, Aim, Aleph, Mem. 1, 40 equals 41. Sum of 3 and 41, 44. All right? Now, Hebrew word for child. All right? Mother, father, child. Yelad. That's 10, 30, and 4. 44. Torah is just a long string of numbers. Some say that it's a code sent to us from God.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's just kid stuff. Check this out, okay? The word for the Garden of Eden, Kedem. Numerical translation, 144. Now, the value of tree of knowledge, all right, in the garden, right? Eitz HaChaim, 233. 144, 233. And you can take those numbers. So the,
You know, like the Fibonacci sequence.
Fibonacci.
Fibonacci is an Italian mathematician in the 13th century. If you divide 144 into 233, the result approaches theta.
Theta?
Theta. The Greek symbol for golden ratio, golden spiral.
Wow. I never saw that before. That's like that series you find in nature? Like the face of a sunflower?
Wherever the spirals.
You see, there's math everywhere.
Math is everywhere. Math is in your
Scandinavia, the icy region where they export more vodka than anywhere else in the world, drink more milk than anywhere else, where rotten, rancid fish is considered a delicacy, where feeling cold isn't a thing, where 7-foot Vikings used to patrol the land. Today I'm going to be doing a tier list not only of the 3 Scandinavian countries, Sweden, Norway and Denmark. I'm officially extending this video into a Nordic tier list. That means we're including Finland and Iceland in the ranking as well. But first off we got Sweden. Now I know I sound like your typical British guy, but I promise I am like the most Swedish dude on this godforsaken island. I religiously practice fika. I drink milk literally by the gallon. I listen to Blade every day. I will constantly be annoyed about the weather, apart from that one day of the year when it's lagom. My family celebrates Christmas on the 24th of December. They also own a Dala Hest.
Small wooden horse so you can put in your window and stuff like that.
My name is fucking Leopold. I am genuinely so Swedish that I am a direct descendant of Alfred Nobel, the dude who invented dynamite and invented the Nobel Prize. So if it seems like I'm a bit biased with this first tier list ranking, I am. We got the highest population in Scandinavia, we got the biggest city in Scandinavia, we've got all the good Scandinavian music, we've got the best food in Scandinavia, we're the geographical heart of Scandinavia, we've got the most islands in the world, we literally invented Minecraft, IKEA, Bluetooth, Spotify, fucking Volvo, and then, you know, politically, look, I know we might have not been able to form a functional government for a few years, but hey, you seen all the rare earth minerals they found up in Kiruna? I mean, it will definitely be interesting to see if a massive injection of money into the economy will sort out Sweden's political train wreck, or just compress that train wreck into a raging ball of hellfire in the form of endless pointless debates, coalitions and stupidly extremist brainwashing. Talking about stupid extremists, next up we got Norway. They're like the sugar daddies of Scandinavia. We all think they're kind of annoying, but they also have every natural resource you could ever need on lock. And whilst they do keep this wealth to themselves a little bit, this country is very, very, very important, not just for Scandinavia, but for all of Europe. I mean, after Brexit, the UK would literally have collapsed if we didn't leech off all of Norway's natural resources.
Come to Birmingham! Come to fucking Birmingham!
And regarding nature, I can't lie, Norway is absolutely stunning. Plus, they actually have this thing called warm air. Due to the Gulf Stream, Norwegians have much less painful winters than the rest of us Scandinavians. Must be nice, bro. You do get 2 other types of Norwegians though, aside from the normal ballers. These people are usually driven a bit insane by the country's desolate vastness, and this insanity can go one of 2 ways. Case study number 1, the glad skit. That's a Swedish term that essentially refers to someone that's very happy, carefree and jolly, but also a bit, simple in the head. Let's just say they're not thinking too deeply about anything. Perfect example is Apito, just walking around half naked, drinking vodka, swimming around in icy water, driving shit boxes, not having one capitalist motivation in his body, and being completely content with a life defined by Scandinavian goofiness. And then you have the second type of deranged Norwegian, the evil Satanist. These guys are absolutely the opposite of glad skits. They're actually driven to insanity from thinking too deeply about shit. And these guys turn fucking ballistic, okay? I'm talking death metal, I'm talking burning down multiple churches, I'm talking convicted murderers, the most radical beliefs you could ever imagine. You really, really want to avoid this type of Norwegian. And everyone from Norway knows of a local dodgy guy lurking around their town who's a bit questionable in this way. And you just got to steer clear. Do not interact with these guys. They are almost definitely armed and dangerous. Talking about weird people, next up we got Denmark. The little splooge splatter of Scandinavia, the most mocked people in the Nordic region. Now there are some main reasons why Denmark gets on so much by all of the other Nordic countries. First off, they sound kind of annoying, okay? Scandinavia is Norway, Sweden and Denmark, right? We're all meant to speak very similar languages, and we would if Danes didn't just choose to say words in the most stupid, annoying way possible, just to be like edgy and cool and different. And you might be thinking, well, what about Finns? Why don't you guys make fun of them for having a completely different language. Their language sounds cool as fuck. The term I love you in Scandinavian languages is always along the lines of jag älskar dig. In Finnish, it's minä rakastan sinua. That shit is scary, bruh. Also, they did walk all the way from Siberia, so it's a lot more valid. Danes like to think that they're very clever and intellectual, and therefore they think they speak English the best out of all of the Nordics, when in reality, their accents sound like Germans with peanut butter stuck to the roof of their mouths.
I mean, the Dutch team is surely favorites in our group, and they're one of the best teams in the tournament, whatever.
Get ready for my best Danish.
Oh boy.
My name is Sammy. I wrote a fan mail to you a while ago, so no need to tell.
I mean, there's a reason why there's like 1 million English-speaking Swedish singers, and there's literally not one English-speaking Danish singer I could name off the top of my head. But wait, before I reveal my true thoughts about Denmark, I've got the perfect solution for any angry Danes or other people watching right now. You can let all your anger out in War Thunder, a fast, action-packed game.
Has anyone here ever played basketball?
I have. I'd like to try out for the team.
Hey.
Hi, my name is Lola Bunny.
Lola?
Yes?
Hello. My name is Bugs. You want to play a little one-on-one, doll?
Doll?
Uh-huh.
On the court. Bugs.
Sure. Ooh, hey, hot.
Ready?
Yes. I got it.
The girl's got some skills.
Yes.
Don't ever call me doll. Hey, nice playing with you.
Very smooth.
Small forward, standing a scintillating 3'2", the heartthrob of the hoops, Lola Bunny.
Try to get by me, dog.
Doll?
Nice one.
Don't ever call me doll.
Nice shot.
Thanks, Bugs.
Lola, heads up.
Oh my, Bugs! Bugs!
Is this your man?
Are you okay?
Me? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay?
Oh, Bugs. Thank you.
Aw, it was nothing.
That was the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. Wow.
Whoa.
That water really works, huh?
お会いしとうございました。私の勇者様。エンドロクッピュークッピュー。おいしい。私、幼い頃からずっと勇者様に憧れていたんです。勇者様の冒険に胸を弾ませ、もし本物の勇者様が現れたら、なんていつも考えていました。そして、勇者様のお嫁さんになるのが夢でした。その勇者様とこうして本当に出会うことができるだなんて。でも私たち、女の子同士だよ。愛の前にはさまつなことですし、法律程度なら何とでもなります。おー。お願いします。私を、ローナをどうか勇者様のおそばに。え
Roll.
What, you don't like Doom or what? That seems to be the problem in our chat. We've seen this one already.
You say how to talk to people with different personality.
Right. We also have a dull person.
Like my wife.
Well, what you need to do is think of
She's
things.
boring.
But what you need to do is think about things to help her not be boring.
It is like doing it with my sister.
Well, we were not talking about that. We're talking about, is she boring just sitting and having dinner with?
Yes.
Well, then you need to think of things that you can talk about. Maybe she's boring because you haven't done enough with her.
I do everything. I try in the kitchen. I do it every way. We look at the DVD. We try to make it ourselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Elsa McDonald, this is Borat.
Hello.
And this is Sims.
How do you do?
Sims McDonald, played.
Dziękuję.
Hello, I'm George Thurman.
Hello. Borat sobie. How you say?
A nice evening.
To a nice evening.
To a nice evening.
To a nice evening.
I had a drop left.
It is good. It is good. I like. So Helen, please you tell me what you can talk about at dinner.
Okay, what you want to think about is pleasant things.
My wife is dead.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
She died in a field.
Oh dear.
It's no problem, I have a new wife.
Was it fighting? You mean in the field fighting?
No, accident.
Oh.
But I have a new wife. She's nice. I like her. More than the one who got. Yes. Can I talk about what I did last night?
Well, it depends on what you did last night. Is it something personal that maybe makes someone feel embarrassed or uncomfortable?
No. Last night, I had a sex.
I beg your pardon?
Mistake. I had with a woman from Gambia. I do
Oh. In America, we don't discuss that.
But she was a nice. High five. She was.
You're in trouble, George.
Can I talk about my hobbies?
Sure. It's a wonderful thing to talk about. Again, that's getting to know a person.
Do you like a porno?
No.
This is such an interesting conversation.
But why? In Kazakhstan now, after communism, we have a lot of porno. I like it. I like it. I like a shaved pussy. Should I talk about my family?
Sure. I would share good things about your family.
My sister, she is a prostitute.
That's sad.
What?
Why is she a prostitute?
She like to make money. High five. High five. She like to come to US and She can stay with you?
We'd have to see.
She is good.
I know the answer to that.
I know, she is good. What if I make a smell? Should I say it's me?
No, you don't make it obvious, but if you feel
That
like
evening,
maybe people are looking at you
I will
like,
purge this stream
you just say,
from shit links
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
just as much as I will save the American people. Let's make links great again.
It does.
It will say a pat. When you do a pat, when you squeeze a bad smell from the hole, you do a pat.
That's right.
There also are wonderful flowers that
I can do a big pat. You want to try?
I've done it.
they have a great.
You want to try to do a pat?
No.
Alright. No further links, by the way. Wait, what? Wrong link.
England in the Middle Ages. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, the children are playing in the village square. What a wonderful time to be alive! Hey, you're dying of dysentery. And also are being raided by Vikings. What an awful time to be alive! It's the year 900. Europe is a Viking's wet dream. Raids galore. Hey, you want to go raid Paris? Okay. That particular raid didn't go too well, but the King of the Franks said, you guys are pretty tough and scary. How about we give you land in northern France, and in return, you protect us from other Vikings? And it was agreed. The Vikings set up the Duchy of Normandy, and then they went full-on French, converting to Christianity, learning the language, and making babies with the locals. England also had its fair share of Viking problems. In the 800s, Danish Vikings had conquered most of the country, but the Anglo-Saxons eventually managed to kick them out, although they left behind a bunch of Viking settlers. Now this guy's king. He sucks. Replace him with his brother. And he was like, hey baby, how you doing? And had a son, and then turned around and was like, hey baby, how you doing? And had another son. And then he died and no one was sure which son to make king. This one, cause he's older. Not if I have anything to do with it. That works for us too. Then he grew up and married the Duke of Normandy's daughter and had a bunch of kids. Remember this one. He's important. Then his advisors came to him and said, hey man, all those Viking settlers that are living here, they might band together and kill you. Well then why don't we kill them first? And so it was. This pissed off the Danish king, who launched an invasion and the Vikings conquered England once again. Then the Anglo-Saxons unconquered it, then the Vikings reconquered it. The king's family had to go into exile, including Edward. Remember him? He went to Normandy where he lived for 30 years. He and his brother Alfred tried to return to England to retake the throne from the Vikings, but they were betrayed by the Earl of Wessex, who said, hey friend, I'll take you to London where all the nobles are waiting to make you king. Oh no, look out, red hot poker in the eyes. I can't see. And thus you can't be king. Edward then escaped back to Normandy. After a few more Viking kings came and went, one finally died without an heir, and Edward was called back to England where he became king. And that's where our story begins. Here's the thing about becoming a king in the Middle Ages. Often your entire country won't support you at first. You can be vulnerable to rebellions, and it's up to you to take control. Fortunately for Edward, there was already a super powerful guy who had a lot of control over England, and if Edward could get his support, then England would be his. Who is this guy? Oh, piss, it's the guy who gave my brother the red hot poker in the eyes. After an awkward moment where Edward exiled Godwin from the country, he eventually had to give in and let him keep his earldom, possibly after Godwin gave him a bunch of gold and said he was very, very sorry. King Edward also married Godwin's daughter. Then Godwin died, and his massive fortune was passed down to his sons, who all became earls. In particular, this one became the new Earl of Wessex. Harold Godwinson was now King Edward's brother-in-law. He was a close advisor to the king, a brave warrior who had proven himself in battle against the Welsh, and in many ways he was almost like a co-king. Uh-oh, Edward got old and he's on his deathbed. Possibly for religious reasons, or maybe because he wasn't happy about having to marry her, he didn't boink his wife, and as a result has no kids, meaning there's no obvious heir to the throne, meaning I'm gonna be king. He does have a grandnephew, it could be him. No, let's go with me. Just one problem. I mentioned that Edward's mother was a Norman. Edward grew up in Normandy, and he had a lot of Norman friends. The current Duke of Normandy was William the Bastard. Why was he called the Bastard? One day his father was sneaking out of his castle when his advisors said, where are you going? To the tanner's shop? Why? To get a tan. But that was a lie. Firstly, because tanners give you leather, not tans, and secondly, because he was really going to see the tanner's daughter. One thing leads to another, and out comes baby William, born out of wedlock. Thus, an absolute bastard. His father died when William was 7 or 8, and he became the new Duke. He spent most of his childhood narrowly avoiding assassination, which probably turned him into the big balls tough guy he's remembered as today. In 1051, the town of Alençon tried to rebel against him, and the townspeople beat on dead animal skins as an insult to his commoner mother. William was furious, and he responded by, well, let's just say it wasn't pretty. That's the kind of guy we're dealing with here. William and Edward were good friends, and Edward allegedly promised that William could have the English throne after him. A decade later, Harold Godwinson even visited William and pledged an oath to him over holy relics, promising that William could be the next king of England, although it's possible Harold only did it because William was holding his family hostage. So when William heard that the king was on his deathbed, he said, hooray, I'm gonna be king. So now you have two extremely powerful men who both think they're about to become the next king. But wait. This guy is the King of Norway. He spent most of his life as a warrior for hire, fighting for whoever would give him the most gold. You name a place, he probably fought a war there. Poland? Yep. Estonia? Yep. Against pirates in the Mediterranean? Yep. The Holy Lands? Sicily? And Bulgaria? Yep. He got crazy rich off the back of it and was swimming in gold. Then he returned home and became king. One of the previous Norwegian kings had made an agreement with one of England's Viking kings, saying that when that Viking king died, the King of Norway would get the English throne. Hardrada felt that because of this agreement, he was now entitled to the English throne. He was also eager to go on one last big conquest that would turn him into a legend. So when he got word that Edward was on his deathbed, he thought, I'm going to invade England, and then I'm going to be king. So now we have three extremely powerful men who all think they're about to become the next king of England, and that means somebody's probably about to get hurt. Back in England, Harold Godwinson is watching over the dying King Edward. Suddenly, he comes out with a shocking announcement. Hey, everyone, gather in. That's it. Come closer. Don't be shy. Okay, so I've got bad news. The king is dead. I know, very sad. But good news. He said that I should be the next king. So, hooray for me. And, oh yeah, he said that if he once told anyone else they could be king, that he doesn't like them anymore, and they should just stay in Normandy. And also he said that no one should ask any further questions. Okay, good talk.
Good talk. Now you know.
My name is Vladimir, and today, due to popular request from the last video, we are going to be doing part 2 of translating in Chinese with Mr. Sammy, aka Hugo Boss. Make sure to go check out his channel. Link will be in the description box and pinned comment. So I'm going to be speaking in English to people, but I can only speak English, I don't understand it. So Mr. Sammy is going to be translating in Chinese both ways, and then people are going to get very confused. Let's go see what happens.
Hi.哎，先生们，你们是来这看那个展览会的吗
？Yes，
是的。
From the museum. Okay.
是来看 museum。
Yes.
Okay, we close. Folks at 5. You're still good.
我们在5点钟关门，我们还要去吗
？Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
好的，好的，好的，今晚。
Okay.
好的。是，欢迎你，怎么样
I'm doing great. How are you?
很好，你怎么样 ？What's this？ 或者是什么
Oh, we're here for the museum.
我们是来看博物馆的。
We're going to have you sign in.
我们得签一下这个字。
What language what is your best language?
我们的语言是什么
English.
English is your best language?
是，英文是我们最好的语言。
Yes.
Okay, what's going on?
哦，是怎么回事
So I speak English, but I don't understand English. So he's translating to Mandarin.
我们会说英语，但是他不会说英语。
What's happening?
我不知道
What are
是
you
怎么
here
回事
for?
我们是来干什么的？
We're here for the
我
museum.
们是来看博物馆。
You expect me to understand your language?
你想让我明白你在说什么？
Well, I'm speaking English.
我在说一种英语。
Great. Folks,
好的。
we're going to have you sign in.
我们必须要签
We
这
are
字。
open until 5 o'clock.
我们是到5
We do
点。
have to check your bag, sir.
需要看你的行李。
My bag?
Yes,
我们
sir.
的行李。
Which one? The briefcase?
Yeah.
你的行李。
Okay.
Front desk? Yeah. Okay.
What time is it?
时间是什么
I have 4:19.
我们是4点19。
How did you hear about us?
你是怎么听到我
So we were looking at museums on Google Maps.
我们是看到这个博物馆在 Google Maps。
All right, we can understand him
我
fine.
们可以明白你很好。
We're not local over here.
我们不是在本地人。
And this is one of the first ones we saw
这
in
是
this
我们
area.
第一次见到的博物馆。OK。
And you're speaking Chinese? Is that what it is?
我说中文是不是？
Yeah, he's speaking in Mandarin.
是的，我在说中文。
Do they have to sign in too?
我们是不是要签字？是的。
Yes, if you're going to take the tour. Yeah.
是的，我需要签字。我如果要来。
Okay, you have to sign in.
我必须得签字。
We're a little bit like the library.
我们是我们的图书馆有点缺失。
Like a library?
We have to check in backpacks.
我们必须要检查你的包，在你走之前。
Okay, yeah, no problem.
OK， 好的。
How much time do you have?
你需要多长时间？
Well, you said you close at 5, right?
Yes.
你说你在5点关门，是的，我们在。
Sometimes people come in, they have 10 minutes.
有时候人5点来，但是他们有一些时间。
Where are you all from?
我们是来哪里？
Well, originally I'm from Russia.
我本来是从俄罗斯来的。
What part of Russia, sir?
哪里？
Moscow.
莫斯科，莫西。
I spent a couple of years in Hong Kong. That's where I met my translator,
这就是
actually.
我在那里遇到过。哇，
Your English is fine.
你的英文很好。
Oh, thank you very much.
谢谢你，你好。
Yeah. Do you understand English okay?
你明白英语吗？
He does, yes.
我明白英语。
How
OK，
about
好
you,
的。
sir?
你明白英语？
What is your language?
你的英语。
English, did we get you signed
特别
in?
好，我想让你可以。
Okay.
好的，可以翻译。
Okay.
好的。
Good.
好的。
So, do you know anything about our organization?
我们知道你的博物馆吗？
We give you a little orientation
我
before
给
you
你一
go
些
in.
orientation，在你走之前。
No, we're just tourists.
我们就在这儿。OK， 来这里。好的，我们来。
The tour, we're called the Citizens Commission on
的
Human
托
Rights.
叫公民的权利。
And we fight abuse in mental health.
我们来抗击这个击打。
So the tour takes you through 500 years of psychiatric history into modern day.
这个展览会带您走进500年的这个psychiatric。
It's fucking annoying to listen to now.
Okay, so everyone knows shulker boxes are OP. They can multiply your inventory size by 972 times, and if you have an ender chest, then you can multiply it further by another 729 times. They can also increase the double chest max amount of items from 3,456 up to 93,312. And on top of that, they're renewable. All you have to do is make a really simple farm actually, and fellow YouTuber IanXO4 has made a super simple design that's extremely resource efficient, and that's what we're going to be using today. So let's go. All right, first things first, like always, materials. Let's go. Alright, so now that we have all our materials, we can start building the farm. After I finished building the main infrastructure of the farm, I had to find the world spawn, because in order for this farm to work, I have to transport a shulker all the way from an end city into the overworld. Before getting the Shulker, I decided to go to the nether and build the nether side of the farm, since that's where the Shulkers are killed and the shells are stored, and I also dug a big hole in the bedrock so I would have easy access to the loot. If you guys are curious how I'm breaking bedrock like this, first of all, scroll down and hit subscribe, goddammit. Second, a link to a guide is in the description.
One little chest.
After I finished that up, I went to the end to start prepping to bring the Shulker into the overworld. The whole process was actually really simple. All I had to do was make a fishing rod and hook the minecart and pull it into the Shulker, and then drive the Shulker all the way back to spawn. Pretty easy.
That block is a Shulker.
Once I got it into the overworld, I went ahead and loaded it into the farm, and the farm was complete. But we are not done yet. We still gotta decorate the farm, and the square shape of the farm gave me a pretty fitting idea for the design. Which then teleports it to the nether, with the head right above this line, which causes it to duplicate and teleport.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm the actor who has the most credits ever, alive or dead. 500 credits or so on TV and motion pictures. However, when I started here in Hollywood, Asian Americans had no identity. We're just thrown into the category of the Chinese or the Japanese actors. I felt that we have to do something to change things. Now that I'm 90 years old, I have to be proud of what I've done. We have to keep it going. My name is James Hong. I've been acting over 66 years. I can name a few roles that people can recognize me in. Blade Runner, Seinfeld, Wayne's World 2, R.I.P.D., Big Bang Theory, Mr. Ping in Kung Fu Panda. Paul, what are you doing upstairs, Paul? And how can I forget Mulan Chifu? Who stole my slippers? Everybody in this family has to fight for the emperor now. Out of the 500, you can almost say I play 10 roles that are non-Asian. The feeling of wanting to be an actor was always there. I used to do voices in front of a mirror and so forth. I ended up in the early career mostly playing laundryman or persecuted Chinaman by the whites and always being rescued. We were never the mainstream people. Even though I was cast in those cliche roles, I did the best as an actor to overcome the cliche-ness. I took those roles and then put the real feelings, even if it's a villain, like Big Trouble in Little China.
You never could beat me yet, kid.
In those early days, there were never any leading roles for Asians. It was back in 1962 that I started to realize that we had to do something. I got together 10 people who were interested in studying acting, and then we formally formed the East-West Players for Asian American writers, directors, actors to showcase works by Asians. That started the industry noticing who we were. And so that gave a chance for all the actors to move forward. We weren't just extras or gimmick people. We were the main leading people. Through the doors have come through many, many people who are prominent and contributed work to the East-West Players, like Randall Park and George Takei and B.D. Wong. I think it's extremely important to have a good image on the screen. The young people get influenced by the image that they see. Asians are beginning to do their own plays and TV series and movies. So it's only a matter of time American Asians will move forward.
Come on in.
I could just retire on my pension, but something inside of me that wants to keep on going and do more movies and just keep pushing forward.
Could just retire at the age of 90, but fuck that, right?
One time, my mom said, I was telling her like what I wanted to do. I was like right out of high school or still in high school. And I told her I wanted to be a music video director because back then in the 90s, that was all the rage, music videos. And when I was telling her I wanted to go to LA and like study film and do all this stuff and make videos for musicians, she said, oh, people like us don't make it like that. Say we're not successful in that way. We don't make it that far up in life. And that destroyed me. That just totally flattened my dreams, aspirations, whatever you want to call them. I internalized it, myself up, and it became true. Here I am. That's it. So it hurt. So it hurt the most. Those are the most hurtful things that we can't make it. I could make it. Maybe you can't make it. I could make it. I should have told her that, but I didn't. I made it come true.
But you can make it, and you could still make it. Have you thought about that?
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I don't want to. Maybe that's what she meant. We're too lazy to do that. Maybe that's what she meant. Ultimately, she was right.
Was something that my sister said to me, or asked me, actually, it was a question. She asked me why she had Down syndrome and why I did not. And I think it was sad because I had no idea how to answer. Because yeah, I'm still working in my head through that one, why we're born certain ways. I think it's something I'll probably always deal with. But I think I'm definitely healing guilt, or healing, that feeling of guilt that I have for things that predate me, because she's older than me, and also that have nothing to do with me. I'm just a bystander.
I don't know. My mom says all kinds of painful things. Probably like I regret having you. Probably that. For me, I always remind myself that it must be harder to be her than it is to be around her. So I try and have empathy and compassion for that. That if I was her and I was going through what she goes through and I struggle with what she struggles with, that it would be hard for me too. And I would have moments where I made mistakes. So that's how I get through it.
I was a lad and doing my usual show-off, talking all the time routine, looking for attention, and I got the attention from a couple of girls who weren't into me, and one of them said, "Do you have an off button?" And that struck me, cut me to the quick. Now it's a joke. I've layered it over. It's a pearl now, not a grain of sand.
That my mom actually asked my dad to get me and my two siblings versus my dad taking us on his own volition. Yeah. Basically being told that my mom no longer wanted her kids.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because I had been living with this narrative that my dad saved us, which he did. He still did. But he did it partially because he was prompted to do it. You know what I mean?
Does it still hurt?
No. Because I'm so grateful for my dad for doing that. And I'm where I am and who I am because my dad saved us, essentially.
My ex-boyfriend told me I was abusive, and I've been doing a lot of reflection on it. And I think that really he was the abusive one, and it was very hurtful because it makes me overthink every single thing I do or say to anybody now. So it's kind of like his abuse did really mentally with me, and that hurts.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, my grandparents basically saying like, you know, if you're gay, we will still love you, but we won't associate with you and we'll disown you. So I've always remembered that, and that is, you know, something that I've kind of haven't been able to let go just yet.
What?
The most hurtful thing that somebody said to me is like they were ashamed to be with me because I am not the person that I used to be.
I was dating this guy, and he told me that he wouldn't introduce me to his mom until I lost weight.
Being told that you are too much is probably the most hurtful thing anyone has ever said to me.
That I wasn't worthy of love. That you deserve the world, but I don't know how to give it to you.
Ooh, I don't even want to say it out loud. That being with anyone after their ex felt wrong. It was in a different context. It was actually after we dated when we were friends, and they just kind of said it without thinking. But we dated after he broke up with an ex who was like real in love with, and said being with anyone after her just like didn't feel right. It felt.
Alright. That sounds like you. I get realistic movie sword fight. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have not watched this movie now. Alright. $50K views plus, huh? 50K plus views. Says it in the description on the donation page. It's time we read. Panzerkampfwagen. Fuck. I don't get it. Vertigo, I was Q Duck, Nitkov, Hikarovsk, Seahorse G, XL, Rabbi, Forsen, and Venizera. Thank you, boys. Welcome back. Bilbo 2 with the Prime sub. Much appreciado, sir. Much appreciado. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We are good there. That was a lot of brain autism, but some good ones as well. Yeah, okay. Let's play some games. Let's see what this shit is. Oh. Alright.